Are you real? For the sake of this video, we're going to assume you are real, but most people are programs. We are going to assume you are in a simulation. Also going to assume that in this world, most people are in fact Sims, but there are other conscious players. One thing that will decide your success in a simulation is deciding who is a program and who is a real player. Interacting with some simulations is literally a distraction and a waste of time. One giveaway that you might be talking with a simulation instead of a real human being is that the person or sim is always found in the same location. You know that guy named Charlie who's been at McDonald's the last 10 years? He might be a sim. You know that weird guy you never see anywhere else in town but he's always at church? He might be a sim. Thinking about video games and RPGs, certain characters are only found in certain environments. So thinking about RPGs and other video games, sometimes you have to talk to Billy, but Billy can only be found at the bar, so you have to go to the bar to find Billy. If you know people in your life that are like this, they might be a sim, because the player of the game travels the map, and it is the programs that stay still. So remember, if a person is always where you found them last, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or 10 years ago, they might be a sim. Another way to know if you are talking to a sim or a real player is the conversation is limiting and repetitive, limiting and repetitive, limiting and repetitive. In video games, characters are only programmed to say a certain amount of things, and if we talk to them long enough, they eventually start to repeat themselves, repeat themselves, repeat themselves, repeat themselves. I like you, yeah, I like you, yeah, I like you, yeah, I like you. Is your girlfriend cute but predictable? You might be dating a sim. Mwah. Basically, a static or stagnant nature is a sign that you're dealing with a sim. Certain programs are likely to be programmed with only one default emotion, which might be anger. Have you ever talked to a person with various approaches and they just gave you the same fundamental reaction and it made no sense to you? When a person shows you the same emotion no matter what you do or say, they might be a sim. It is likely that some of the world is made up of simulation. You know how in Call of Duty some of the characters are real and some of the characters are robots? It's likely that the simulation we are a part of has real players and bots. The real question is, what is the ratio to real players versus bots? If we are in fact in a simulation, there is a real possibility that you're the only real player in the simulation. But there's also a possibility that other players have spawned with you and you just have to go find them. However, it would almost always be safe to say that simulations would almost always outnumber human players, if you could even call us human, conscious players. My name is Leona Moore Brave, reminding you to think bigger than your program.